Welcome back everyone to Punny Plays the Lore Master, and we have arrived in Bree where we've been asked to speak with Saradan over here.
Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need now.
I see, Pine Wolf. I will travel south with as many of the Dunedain as can be gathered in haste. Aragorn has need of us, and that is all that we need to know. I fear for the people of this land, Pine Wolf, without the Dunedain to protect them. Great numbers of an unruly sort have already come to Bree, and the brigands of the countryside will have no want for members, while the rangers are not around to keep their ranks in check. I will make ready to depart. While I do so, will you speak with Bartleman at the Prancing Pony? He does not think much of the rangers, but I would have you ask him to take especial care of his inn and the town for the next several months, if it comes to that. He would not understand, but I wanted him at least to have some warning of the troubles that may lie in store for Bree. Very well. I shall take this warning. So therefore, to the Prancing Pony. Hello there, Mr. Butterbur.
Will you look at me, going on and on like this?
That fellow Saradan does come to the pony from time to time, and we talk about the state of things in Bree. Not as often as I'd like, of course. For every moment of peace, there are 10 things that need doing, and no way to make them all fit into the time available. Still, I do what I can, and wouldn't trade the pony for anything. Folks say Saradan's a ranger, but if he is, he's more respectable than most. Has a cabin just near Bree, you know, and even spares a smile for his neighbors, which is more than I have seen for some of the others of his kind. Will you look at me, going on and on like this? There's no time for idle chatter. There are foodstuffs sitting out on the parlors that need to be brought on here for preparing. Will you go and fetch some of them? Apples, pears, mushrooms. Oh, you'll see the crates, you will, and you'll be a big help for me if you hurry. Right. Nothing like putting me to work. Work, 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 work. Well, then let us get some foodstuffs. Here, this looks like something nice and appropriate. Well, it looks like it's got food in there. Well, then. You don't look strong enough to carry that plate, ha! Wonderful. Nothing like the peanut gallery. There you go. Oh, these apples and pears were made into a delicious cobbler. Now bring me the next set of goods. Right. Next. Okay, we got some fruit. See what's in here. Oh, some mushrooms. Okay, that'll do. That plate of mushrooms smells terrible. Or maybe it's you. Wonderful. Very good, thank you. I have an order of these mushrooms already. Now bring me the next set of goods. Probably from a hobbit. Now let's see. Oh. By the way, I was told to deliver this for you. Alright, there you go. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh yes, the next thing. And of course, we need to carry a pumpkin. Don't drop that pumpkin! If it splatters on my boots, I'll have to lick up the mess. I'll have you lick up the mess. Ah, yeah. Oh, what a help you've been. I simply have not had the time. Right.
Some rude types have come to Bree lately.
Thank you. You've been a great help to me today, and I won't forget it. There's so much to do, so very much to do, but you're welcome to stay as long as you like. Join the company, sing a song, warm yourself by the fire. Well, There is one more thing, actually. There have been a few rude types come to Bree lately, as they've been scaring off some of the town folk who like to come to the pony of the night. Regular visitors, you know. Good folk who come for a spot of ale and for some cheer. Do you think you might have a word with the fellow over the table over there? Ukrud, I think his name is, and he's a coarse sort. Maybe you could encourage him to finish his mug of beer and find somewhere else to go for the night. Only, he hasn't rented any lodgings here, and I'd just as soon he took his loud friend somewhere else. Yes, I would tell you myself, but, well, there's so much to do. Right. There is just so much to do. Well then, let us have a word with him. Hey, you there.
There'll be changes around here. I don't mind telling you.
What did you say to me? I have as much of a right to this table as anyone here. More so once the rest of my friends get here. Oh, there will be changes around here, I don't mind telling you. So, you're still here. You've made me mad, and now you're going to pay for it. I will see you outside by the north gate of Bree, if you have any courage at all. We won't be bothered there, and I will teach you a lesson about respecting Ukrud and his boys. A lesson this whole town is going to have to learn. Right. I will see you outside, and we will settle this. Yeah. Just you and me and my little cat. You really want to do this?
There'll be changes around here. I don't mind telling you.
I didn't think you'd show, Pine Wolf. We're going to own this town in a couple of weeks, and that fat innkeeper in there will have to beg for table scraps from Ukrud and his boys. Just like you need to beg for mercy in a few moments, man. I may even grant it. Probably not.
There you go. Well,
one of us is weak, and one of us is strong.
yeah, well, I guess I'll at least have to agree with that phrase. And the strong one, of course, is the cat. Now, back to Certain to tell him that we have dealt with this guy, though it sounds like to me that things are not going to go all that well. Now, that is one of the tricky things about MMOs and ones that have a single large area for the region and bringing people back to it afterwards is, of course, the foliage is appropriate. Maybe be fine for September, early October. I mean, starting to push it when you're getting to late October. But what time of year would this be going on right here? Now, it'll have to be after the arrival of Lothlorien. So we are talking January, February, probably February. So, yeah, February. Oi, these are green early. I spoke with Butterer, and I ran into a rather unsavory sort who seems to be planning on taking over brewery.
I was right to worry then.
I feared it was so. Very few of these people know that the safety they feel is the result of the tireless work of the Dunedain. And yet, our road must take us south, into the lands far away from the well-meaning proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He may not trust rangers, but my people are no less fond of him and his simple life than they are of their own sons and daughters. I hope his town and his inn will remain safe until we return. If return we can. Alright, well, let's finish this, and probably a map to the Shire would be in good order at this time.
Holros loves the Shire and its people.
I will take it upon myself to gather several more of the Dunedain that may be found within Breeland. But you should make your way to the Shire. At a camp by the green fields you should find Hauros. Hauros loves the Shire and its people, and has watched over them for many years. It may not be easy for him to leave them, even upon the errand as urgent as that of the Grey Company. So therefore, let us head to the Shire and speak with Hauros. In retrospect, I think it was rather silly taking a map to the Shire, considering that I had a map to the party tree in my inventory because it's festival time, and a map to the party tree isn't too much further away. Alright, yeah, you could be a little bit less aggressive, please. Go, poor badger. Poor badger. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. I think the map to the party tree would have done just as well for me if I had used that instead. But I didn't think of that in time. Apparently he's killing goblins here and there. Oh, hello there, Hauros. I was going to tell you that you've been summoned to Rohan by Aragorn, but it seems like you have a little bit of a problem on your hands.
There are troublemakers loose in the Green Hill country.
You're talking about these goblins? Well, welcome, Pine Wolf. So long as there are goblins beneath the green fields, I will maintain my watch over the Shire. That is my duty, given to me by my chieftain Aragorn. Speaking of Aragorn, I see, Pine Wolf. I need time to prepare. I have been just about to deal with a particular matter when you arrived. If you can take care of it for me, that will give me time to set things in order. There are troublemakers loose on the road that runs through the Green Hill country. I fear they may do some real harm before they are stopped. Can you walk the road and visit the town of Stock, ending the threat to the troublemakers there? I fear they may be brigands, or worse, and these are more bold than they have been in the past. Return them to me, and we can talk again. Very well. Let us head out and find these troublemakers and give them a little bit of trouble, right? Good. Now, set up in the Green Hill country. Green Hill country. Well, I'll have to consult my map, and I'll then be able to find these troublemakers and see what kind of trouble I can give them. And if they're not any stronger than the ones that are giving trouble over in Bree, then I should make short work of them. Okay. Onyx will make short work of them. This looks like he could be a troublemaker. Now you have to do what I say! Yeah? Really? Why do you say that?
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
Hey! I got orders from up top that say I can do what I like here in these lands, and I plan to do just that. Really, you've got orders to do just what you like. That's a rather strange set of orders, I have to tell you that. And I fancy this house, and no man is going to stand in my way either. It's too small to live in, of course, but I could use it to store my haul my boys planning getting the next several weeks. You'd best move along if you know what's good for you. Really? Well then. Here. How's that? No, off my cat. There you go. Hooray! That did it. Yeah, you win. Stop hitting me. Yeah. I think he said that there are two troublemakers, so let's go and find another one and knock some sense into that one with a little touch of fire and a few claws from a cat. Maybe there isn't, well, maybe there is. Hey, Wartface, what are you up to?
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
You'd better be careful. I've got friends making plans for the hills around here, and these halflings aren't included in 'em. You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang. Really? Well, okay, I'll be in for a fight there. Here you go. There. You're gonna regret it. Yeah, you certainly are. Out! Leave me alone. I won't bother these vermin anymore. All right, good. Well, we are done with that guy. So that takes care of the troublemakers. So let's head back to Hauros and see if he's ready to go. I've managed to deal with the troublemakers.
Can you help me make this decision?
Thank you, Pine Wolf. There have been more troublemakers on the road in recent days, and I fear they will do some harm to the peace-loving folk of the Shire if I travel south with the Grey Company. And yet, my loyalty is to Aragorn, and I know that if he has need of the Dunedain, it is my duty to go to him with as much speed as can be mustered. I do not know what to do. What do you advise? Can you help me in this decision? Very well. And now for the big decision. Should Hauros go, or should Hauros stay? Oh, yes. Oh, it's a tricky one. Though I have to admit that my usual advice is for Hauros to go, and I can't think of any good reason for that. So we'll say Hauros should go.
You are right. My fate lies on the southern road.
You think I should travel south with the Grey Company to come to the aid of Aragorn. He is my chieftain, and it is my duty to see that he comes safely to the end of this road, wherever it lies. But I fear for the folk of the Shire in my absence. How will they protect themselves with the evils that crowd their borders on all sides? No, you're right, Pine Wolf. There is strength in these hobbits yet. And if they need to repel dangers from outside, they will do so. My fate was at the southern road. I will stand with Aragorn, and what is the way I will protect the people of this land. Thank you for helping me make up my mind. I will go with the Grey Company. The good folk of the Shire will need to do without my help. Can you travel to the inn in Brockenborns and tell my friend LOTRO Sackville Baggins that I'll be leaving? He is visiting Brockenborns for a few days and showed some interest in my comings and goings. Very well. LOTRO Sackville Baggins. Well, I hope he's a better sort than his nephew or whoever that was that we met, Mundo or whatever. I hope he's better than Mundo. Isn't this an interesting lamppost? The long road of the hobbits. Well, then I'll be running into a few more of these eventually. Here I found a hobbit lamppost near the statue of Bulwer in the Shire. And of course there will be a few more of them to find. I think they're all the rest of them are in Inenwith. And since I'm going to Inenwith, that would be appropriate. That's probably why the deed unlocked at this time. So I'll go tag the stable master, then head over to the inn. Hello there, LOTRO. I just needed to tell you that Hauros would be leaving soon for a couple of months.
That ranger will be leaving the Shire? Very interesting.
Thank you for letting me know, my friend. That's a shame, of course. Of course it is.
Yeah. Just as bad as your nephew. Or is that cousin? Either way, just as unpleasant.
Thank you for helping me to decide.
What is it that you said? LOTRO sounds pleased that I'll be leaving? That's queer. He sought me out a few days ago and had many questions to ask. If I had any plans to travel into Breeland, whether I thought a visit to certain townships in the Shire, that sort of thing. Well, he and his folk will surely be fine without my protection. It pains me to leave them be, but if Aragorn has need of his kin, then his kin must ride to his aid. Thank you for helping me to decide. And now, it means I need to head out to Esteldine.
Your next journey should take you to Esteldine.
My mind has been made up, Pine Wolf, and now it's time for you to continue to your task little Elrond of Rivendell has set before you. To gather more Dunedain, to swell the ranks of the Grey Company as it travels south to the aid of Aragorn. Your next journey should take you to Esteldine, the hidden encampment of the Rangers in the North Downs. Boy, I'm glad I got a map now to get there. Halbrand will surely wish to travel south with the Grey Company, but he is often away from Esteldine. Speak with the ranger Darvin instead, and he will tell you where Halbrand may be found. Darvin is often in the center of Esteldine, seeing to the general defense of the people who live in the North Downs. Very well, and I'll meet you in Esteldine in the next episode of Piney Plays, the Lore Master.